Don't I see Tony's Charles Chuck in?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Tony.
Tony,
Were the minutes, I thought I attached the minutes when I sent the agenda. Didn't I do that?
Well, I've got an agenda, but I don't have any. It's for October. I don't have one for September. I mean, I don't have the
Okay.
minutes for September.
Okay, I will send them right now.
The sky that's on the day is from the same company.
That's better.
Okay, you should have them, Craig. I just emailed them to you.
It just dinged.
Okay.
Tony, did you send them out to me too?
I can do that. I should have done that. Sorry. I'll do it right now.
Please do.
I'll send
I didn't
everybody.
collect the application.
Steve, I think Craig's going to read them into the record.
Okay.
So if you don't get them, you'll hear them when Craig reads them.
Yeah, they're usually okay.
Another teeny. Oh. Okay. Well, we haven't started yet, so I will.
No, let's wait for the applicant. You know?
Okay, we can do that.
I just sent it out to everybody.
The agenda down?
Pardon?
The agenda? She
No,
just
it's
said she emailed it.
minutes of last meeting. That's your mother.
You need to leave. What if the 10 blocks you in? What if
Is Stan not here because of his wife?
He didn't elaborate, but I would imagine.
Okay, because I think it was last month he didn't come up, and I think it was because his wife had medical issues.
Yeah, he said this time that he was just going to be out of town, but I don't know if it was taking his wife to a specialist. Like I said, he didn't elaborate. So.
Okay, yeah, I saw his note, so.
I'm gonna do this.
If any of you want to reach out to him, I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Aaron.
We do not have board meeting.
side parking. It's dark everybody. Hey, Jamie?
Yeah.
Is the applicant in Columbus or is he in Texas?
This one, the first one, Scott Hoffer's in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
We have two applicants.
I don't know him.
Well, Jamie said he's with the same company that we disapproved the guy that applied for the license last month, Blair, something or other. And
They're imaging.
this is the man that does the work, as opposed to being the figurehead or whatever. Who's buzzing?
This is never.
Jamie, we only have the one applicant, right?
Two.
No, we actually have, well, we have two on the agenda. Tony got one last week that she forwarded to you guys and copied me. But
I didn't get that either.
Yesterday, so I didn't send him the invite until yesterday afternoon. And he hasn't replied to me, so I don't know if it'll be.
Sorry about that, Steve, I'll send it to you right now. Which one do you have?
Okay, thank you. I've got the one from Blair Imaging, the first
Okay.
one.
Does anyone else need it?
I'm gonna check my email. Tony, I think I remember seeing something in my Gmail. Yeah, that's where they're going.
I sent it to your wrong email address.
Well, I've got that Gmail that I use when attachments don't come through. So,
Where do you want me to send it?
send it to Steve at moresigns.biz, please.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got two other initials on here. One is just a number. One is named Wendy.
Oh,
Hi, Wendy.
the city.
Wendy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Just on my phone.
Okay. That 6143 is your phone?
Yeah, that's my phone.
Okay, so we're still waiting for the applicant.
Okay. Are there only 3 members?
There are only 3 today, but that does constitute a quorum.
Okay, great.
I don't have Chuck's video. Is it working?
Yes. I see you.
I don't see you.
No, Chuck is just spinning before my eyes. Actually, his initials are spinning. So who was the lady that just spoke up? The lady.
That's our city attorney. Wendy Boots.
Who's different than the name that comes, the name, it's different than the name that comes on the emails. That's a guy.
Well, that's, yeah, like I said, she's substituting in today for Robert Tobias.
Ah, okay. Well, welcome.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
And so who's Wendy?
Oh, well, I'm with the city attorney's office, also in the same general counsel section with Rob. And I also represent like the general and home improvement contractors board.
My goodness, we're being attorneyed.
We have been.
What's that? Yeah, I don't think you really need me. I'm sure you guys have got this all down, but they like us to just be on in case there are any technical issues that might cause public records issues.
Well, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, my pleasure.
I do see another addition to the meeting, an 814 phone number. Is that our applicant?
Yes, this is Scott Hoffer.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, it looks like we have a quorum and the applicant is present. If you want to go ahead and start the meeting.
Okay, I will call this meeting to order. I've got 3:05. I see we have a quorum and welcome our guests with no video.
Can we get video for the applicants and Mr. Idle?
Well, we had Chuck on before. He was video functioning.
I'm still here. I didn't leave.
Oh. Okay, Chuck is still here. So
Technically, the applicant needs to also have video.
I'm working on trying to get. Yeah.
Okay.
Chuck, are you able to get video back? I guess it's not mandatory to you, but.
Yeah, I'm still at the corner here.
Okay. Now, Wendy, is that mandatory for everyone to have video, for all applicants to have video?
Yes.
Okay. We got some conflicting opinions then from Deanne and Robert. So I guess we'll have to get an official word of what does and does not, who does and does not need video.
Well, let's put it this way. If you saw Mr. Idle and you know he's on, that should suffice for the board members, but we have never met the applicant, I assume, so we need to be sure to at least have him appear on video to state his name and address, if possible, and swear in.
Okay, fair enough. That we can go with that.
Okay. If it gets to be too much of a hassle, we may move forward. But if there's any chance he could get it on so we can at least see him and have him state his name, that would be preferable.
Great.
well, do I need to introduce everybody?
Like I said, yeah, in the meantime, while the applicant is trying to get video, Craig, perhaps you could read the minutes and go over any old business.
I will read the minutes. Okay. The Board of Review for General and Limited Sign Erectors met in conference room 203 at 111 North Front Street on, this is June 2nd. What you sent me.
Obviously not right either because we weren't in the office in June. So
that was the meeting before that, this one. And
okay.
This is in the following, this is the June 2nd meeting, not the September meeting.
Okay. Maybe go on to the October meeting and I will go ahead and revisit that today and get it back out later this afternoon.
Okay. And I guess we could, email or something and see if there's any problems with it.
That's fine.
And then I can sign it off, a copy of it off and fax it to you or something. Does anybody use faxes anymore?
We have
I'll talk
faxes.
with you after the meeting.
I don't.
It goes right to our email though.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so
The header is coming out as a September meeting.
yeah. That's what I got here.
Mm-hmm.
But we met.
And there's some notes.
Did I not?
Yeah, okay. I got, let's see. Let me try this again. Okay, this is the September, I got the September meeting. Okay. I'm sorry for any confusion. And the reference is to a June meeting, which is the one we had before the September meeting. So, okay, and those were approved. I'm sorry. Okay, 4-0. And we have applications. We had 2 applications. The first was for a general license, Dave Chevrock of Blair Image Elements. Mr. Chevrock was present. He presented samples of his work and answered questions from the board. Mr. Moore made a motion to approve the general license application, and Mr. Idle seconded. Motion failed, 0-4. The next application before the board was for a general sign erector license for Craig Kelly of CUSI Tech. Mr. Kelly was present for the meeting. He presented samples of his work and answered questions from the board. It was decided Mr. Kelly should amend his application to a limited sign erector's license. Mr. Itel made the motion to approve the general license application, Mr. Kelly, and Mr. Moore seconded. Motion failed, 1-3. And there was no new business, no old business. And Mr. Moore made a motion to adjourn at 3:45. Mr. Tokar seconded. It was approved 4-0. Thus endeth the reading.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes.
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we accept the minutes from our September meeting. Steve? How do you
Yes.
vote? Chuck?
Yeah. Yes.
The chair votes yes. So the motion passed, carried. Okay, we're done with that part?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And Mr. Chairman, I believe we do have video now for our applicant. So if you'd like to start the regular agenda, feel free.
You're on my screen as C user 55. I take it are Mr. Hoffer.
Yes, hi.
Hi, I'm Craig Newberg, chairman. Steve Moore is sign guy. Chuck Idle is another member of the board. Tony Gillum is our secretary, and Jamie Fries is our host. Now,
Good afternoon, everyone.
I've got your application here, and
Mr. Chairman, perhaps you could have the applicant introduce himself and swear him in.
I'm sorry.
You need to swear in the applicant.
I am going to do that.
Okay, just reminding you.
Mr. Hoffer, would you please raise your right hand? You swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please say I do.
I do.
Thank you. I've got Mr. Hoffer's application for general sign erector in front of me. He's representative of Blair Image Elements in Altoona, Pennsylvania. He's got the 5 years requisite experience, and I trust the members have reviewed his submission for work completed. Gentlemen,
I have.
Chuck,
I have not.
I'm sorry.
I have not
Oh. Okay.
downloaded what I had on the computer this morning. All I have is Michael Everett.
You don't have an application from Mr. Hoffer?
No, no.
I can send it right now. Will you be able to get it off of your email right now, Chuck? For
Yeah,
James,
Yeah.
Put one up.
yep.
Jamie, could you screen share the application?
Yes, I could.
Okay, let's do that very quickly, probably.
All right.
More techno wizardry.
Chuck, can you see the application now?
No, because I've got my computer on you guys. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay. That's it.
Now this does this have the representative work attached, Jamie?
It'd be the page. Chuck, after you've read, let me know when you want to scroll on.
Yeah, I've read it. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Chuck, did you want me to go back to any one of those pages?
No, thanks. I don't see any ground sign.
Say that again?
I don't see any ground signs.
The first one, the first page was a ground sign, Chuck.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
Big
okay.
error.
I see it. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I have a couple of questions I could start out with.
Please do.
Hi, Mr. Hoffer. How are you?
Real good. How are you today?
Good. So you started in 1981. Looks like maybe sweeping the floors, right?
I started in 81, actually building channel letters in the shop back when the malls were going strong.
Okay. I noticed that all of your photo representations are for a Sheets location. I'm assuming
Yeah,
you learned how to.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm assuming you learned how to build more than just Sheets signage.
Yes, we're actually an international sign company, and
Yeah.
back at the time when we started channel letters, we did a lot of the mall, the GNC, General Nutrition, Spencer's Gifts, and stuff like that. And, a lot of mall signs.
Okay.
Sheets right now is probably for our local installs that we do are probably 75% of our installs.
Okay. Tell me about how much permitting you've done.
On the permitting stuff, a lot of times that a lot of the project for the permitting, he consults on the square footage and everything we do and what's involved in the permitting. Everything is handled through the project manager at that point.
Hey, Jamie, I'm getting feedback from somebody's feed, and I can't understand what you're saying.
It's from me, Tony.
Pardon?
All right, it seems to be cleared up. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Hoffer, you don't have any experience pulling permits then?
I do have some experience pulling permits, yes, but I don't pull a lot of permits. Over the years, I've pulled some local permits and stuff in Pennsylvania.
Okay. Have you explored the Columbus Code any?
I have just a little bit. I have read through it slightly.
Okay.
You know, that part, again, that I work with the project manager on that.
Okay. One of the.
I'm mostly doing the install of it.
Okay. One of the things that we'd like to make sure that you understand is that this permit or this, I'm sorry, not permit, this license is not for Blair Imaging, it's for you, Scott Hoffer. It'll be your license. So you're personally responsible for your installations and your fabrication, and you're responsible for making sure that the permitting is done correctly. And
yes, and I do go. Yes, and I do go with that as the project manager works through that. I do go over that with him.
Okay. I suppose in all those years that you worked, and it says that you did a lot of these hands-on installation, hands-on. Does that include some of the high-rise?
Yes, that has.
Okay.
As the high rise there you see in the photo, I assisted it, and then that has a 8-foot diameter hole, 22-foot deep.
Footer, yeah. Okay. Mr. Chairman, I have no more further questions.
Chuck, do you have any questions for Mr. Hoffer?
How much, I don't understand how much hands-on work he does or has done. Erected steel or dug footers for foundations and so forth.
I've done, you know, through over the years, over the course of probably as the field experience, several hundred footers and stuff for the Sheets locations, and Sheets has over 600 stores, and we've done over 500 as of a company with Blair.
Hey, Scott? Scott?
Yes.
I think the feedback's coming from your phone, or maybe if you have audio and video on your computer on, you can turn audio off of your computer and just use audio on your phone.
How's that better? The audio's off on our phones. I'm sorry, our computer.
Okay, well, maybe hold the phone closer to you and away from the computer. Oh, it's a speakerphone? That might be the issue, too.
It is a speakerphone, yes.
All right, yeah, Tony, how are you hearing him now? Is it better? Or?
It sounds like you're in a fishbowl.
Yeah, can you guys call him with a cell phone?
Yeah, we're going to call with another landline.
Okay.
Another landline.
All right, we'll just put this on pause for a minute then.
Okay.
We had an issue with our board of zoning adjustment meeting where the code enforcement officers were sitting around a conference call phone like that and couldn't hear a thing. So that's definitely an issue.
I was still kind of hearing it right there when you were talking, James. I hear it right now. Do you guys hear it?
I hear it when you're talking, Tony.
No. I'm using my phone.
Ghost in the machine.
Is everybody muting when they're not talking? Maybe try to mute when you're not. If you hit the space bar, that can be an unmute also.
Well, mine took a while to boot up, so I'm hesitant.
Hello?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay, Scott. Okay.
Sounds great. Good.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah.
Better.
Good. Thank you. Chuck?
Chuck Idle, do you have any follow-up questions?
Chuck? You there?
Is he muted?
He's not muted, no.
Chuck? Earth to Chuck. Well, absent that, I've got a question. Mr. Hoffer, on average, what's the height of a freeway-oriented sheet sign?
On the sheet sign, most of their signs are anywhere from 25 to 35 feet on an average.
Okay, and you said you've done how many?
The Sheets has 600 stores. We've done probably over 500 of their stores.
Okay.
I haven't personally done all 500 of them, but I've been involved in probably several hundred of their installs.
Okay. Have you done any other high-rise signs?
For the high rides, I have worked with Arby's.
Okay.
Hello?
Continue.
I'm not hearing. I can hear, but it's a lot of.
Chuck is garbled there.
I'm not sure if there was a question or not. I just didn't hear him.
I was getting around. How many?
Yep.
Yay.
What was the question?
Okay, we got it.
Yep. Here I
Do
am.
you have any additional questions, Chuck?
Chuck Idle, do you have any additional questions for the applicant? Chuck, are you there? Sounds like he's tapping his phone.
Or are you stapling, Tony?
Correct. Or Mr. Chairman, do you have any other questions?
I'm done with mine. Is Chuck gonna come back? If not, this could get problematic.
Right.
Chuck?
I'll see if I can, I'll call.
Mr. Hoffer, I understand it seems I've read that Sheets is about to make an impact on the Columbus area.
Yes.
And I take it that.
Yes,
would
do you
probably
operate
be-
the sign crane? Ever operate?
Yes, I have operated a sign crane. I've had the NCCO crane
You hear
license for
that?
8 years now, and I've operated cranes
Yeah,
prior to that. Yes.
I asked if he used as a crane operator.
And I believe Mr. Hoffer answered in the affirmative, Chuck.
This is so bad.
Chuck?
Was he able to hear my answer?
I don't know.
I haven't heard.
Chuck, can you hear me? Chuck, it's Jamie. Can you hear me? Chuck, this is Jamie. Can you hear me? Deb, are you there? Chuck, this is Jamie. Can you hear me? Chuck, can you hear me? Somebody keeps muting him. Every time I unmute him, it goes right back.
Wait.
I promise it's not me.
Yeah.
Well, I show Chuck as being muted and I show Tony as being muted. Okay.
I do also.
Mr. Hoffa, you're coming in loud and clear. Thank you for your patience.
I keep
Okay,
thinking.
thank you.
calling
That's
Mr.
all I
Hoffman.
want to know. Yes, yes, I heard. Yes. Yes. Satisfied. Yes. Yes. Heard
Okay.
somebody's answer. And yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can. You hear me?
Any other questions from the board?
None from me, Chairman.
Chuck? Oh, it says you've joined the meeting, Chuck. Welcome. Oh, now you're there. There are two of you.
Can you?
Can you hear us?